Here are 3 things I liked about episode 2 of the second season of Invincible. Number 1, Fallout. In episode 2, we continue to see the consequences of events in season 1 play out and affect several characters. Mark is trying to navigate living a life that doesn't repeat the legacy of his father Nolan, otherwise known as Omni-Man. He graduates high school as a major milestone, and he's trying to make time for his girlfriend Amber. We see Mark's mother Debbie having a breakdown in her kitchen when she sees reminders of Nolan, and we also see her arguing with Cecil over Mark's direction in life. We also see Adam Eve at odds with her parents, who are trying to make it through financial hard times. Despite her willingness to use her powers to help them, Eve's father is resistant because of what he has seen as negative consequences from superheroes in the news. This motivates Eve to help build a neighborhood playground that's not up to code and later falls apart, causing an accident. One of the strengths of Invincible's writing is that we see emotional, physical, and mental consequences of the actions taken by superpowered beings, and it's not pretty. Number 2. Mark saves Atlanteans. When Cecil sends Mark into the ocean to appease the Atlanteans, Mark has to fight a kaiju monster. What follows is a dynamic fight scene, but a key moment plays out when Mark has the chance to escape, but he chooses to turn around and save the Atlanteans, who are now being terrorized by the kaiju. Mark makes this decision to be different from his father Omni-Man, choosing a different path. In this character-defining moment, we get to see what is driving Mark at his core, which is a classic conundrum for a son who was living in his father's shadow. Mark is growing up, finding his way to becoming his own man. Number 3, end credit scene. In the scene, we see Angstrom traveling to an alternate dimension where a version of Mark is captured. The second episode doesn't dwell on the multiple dimensions that the first episode introduced, but including this end credit scene tells us that the series is building out a larger narrative that likely will be explored further in future episodes. In present-day films and series, we're used to large story arcs being woven into a season's worth of episodes, which shows a progression of how TV series has evolved over the past 2 decades. The scene also communicates hints of what may lead to defeating Omni-Man, as this alternate version of Mark mentions the use of quantum bombs being used against his dad, and that the opponents wore Mark down over time. Thanks for watching this video, and please let me know if you have any suggestions for other movies, series, and games to analyze. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below for any movies, series, and game suggestions.